Hello and welcome to Week 3, Division 3 of the Onward Hiatus tournament with your host, Radarhead. Legionnaires, an older team, Virtual Secret, a new team, spawned from Gamefist. We shall see them playing it out on Map 1 of Downfall. Now I'm going to give you a disclaimer before we start. This is my first solo cast that I've done in about 3 years. My first cast was in Season 2. Season 2. Oh, I say 2, by the way. 2. So I'm a little bit rusty. So bear with me if I forget to leave, get rid of the overlay, etc. Little things like that. My camera work may be a little bit shoddy. And also, for some reason, it's not as smooth as it usually is. I've restarted my PC like 5 times, and it's made very little difference. So, please bear with me. And enjoy this amazing adventure we're about to find ourselves on. So Legionnaires, a little bit of history about Legionnaires. They had a long track record. They've gone through some team changes. They've been up there. They've made it to semi-finals in the past in the league. They've won wild cards. They've done well in wild cards. They've done well in challenge tournaments. So I see them in Division 3 at the moment, and see where they finished in Season 9 and Season 10. As someone who's played for Boss Fight, plays for Boss Fight, they've gone through something similar where they also finished quite low in the league in Season 9. So Legionnaires started out this strong this season. Obviously it's on hold at the moment, but I'm guessing we're going to see a preview of what they're capable of tonight. On top of that, we have Virtual Secret, who are spawned from Gamefist, who are a newer team. They've been around for 2 seasons. Also gone through a bit of a lineup change. There's one of those technical bugs I was just talking about. Apologies for that. Anyway. So, Virtual Secret also gone through a bit of a lineup change. We're going to see some new players on the team tonight. They've got 1 loss, 1 win, and I believe Legionnaires have got 1 loss and 1 win in the tournament so far as well. So they're both in the running. I believe it's the top 2 teams. One team will possibly go through with 0 losses, and one team will have 3 wins and 1 loss. My head's right about the Swiss ladder style, which means both of these teams still have it all to play for, I think. I could be completely wrong. But I believe that with 1 loss and 1 win under the belts, if they win this match and the next match as well, that would give them 3 wins. Depending on how well they win this, it might mean that they qualify for the finals in their division to play whoever the undefeated team may be at the time. I'm very excited. 1.8's been a roller coaster for all of us, but we're seeing constant improvements, and what we're still seeing is competitive play in arguably competitive, not fully competitive game at the moment, with its minor bugs and such. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling as we go into our new 5-minute timer on a map like Downfall. Round 1, Map 1, Legionnaires versus Virtual Secret. Oh, I might have just done the overlay off. That's 1 success so far. So we can see Volk pushing in for that objective. Marsok, Virtual Secret, getting a north spawn, so they get a lot of ground cover. And Virtual Secret don't necessarily have any snipers. I'm not sure about Legionnaires whether they have any snipers on the team. At the subjective, people can sneak this objective. Seen it done many times. Good opening defensive layout by Legionnaires though. They've got the White House, they have the Marsok twins, and they have 2 people near the objective. Rich, the first one to go down for Virtual Secret, a new player, a new pickup. Sargmas getting a good push up on a wall. Tries to make the approach. We can hear suppression fire coming out, but so far, Legionnaires with the original pickup. You see Pero and Sargmas squaring off. I don't know if Pero knows Sargmas' location. Sargmas was just lasering over Pero's position. So static defense here from Legionnaires, no flanks coming. They've got 2 in the Marsok twins, neither of them moving. Meanwhile, Virtual Secret as Marsok slowly pushing up, not gaining a large amount of ground, but 3 minutes 20 left on the clock. They've made good cover. We can see Sagmas here putting suppression on Pero's position as the rest of his team push up. Sagmas took hits though. The guy, the Pero, must have put down some fire on him. Oh no, there's someone in the back of the valley. Kagan. The valley. Sagmas taken down. Excise taken down by Zarek. Apologies for the terrible camera work here. Kagan then was the one who was putting the damage on, but as Virtual Secret pushed up on the objective, Pero now pushing up to South Bungalow, which gives him a great defensive potential there. Meanwhile, apparently 3 left on Virtual Secret, but I'm sure I just saw 2 die. I thought the 3rd die, so I can only see 2 Virtual Secret live on the map right now, so I feel like the overlay is lying to me. Joycey here, another new pickup for Virtual Secret, brand new pickup. Let's see what it's capable of. Being engaged from the rim. Takes down Zarek. Great fire from Joycey there. A missed call there though. It's only a tag. It's only a down, not a kill.
Move around towards Marsok.
Joycey pushing up now. Zarek is resable. Mayhow. Intel coming out now. Mayhow will be able to potentially hear that and capitalize on it. He doesn't have line of sight. Torvenator taken down by Pero though. Mayhow looking for the res, gets Zarek up. Now it's 5 versus 1.
One more down. One more down.
Which one did you get? The one by White Tower?
Yeah, but
Joycey and Zarek trade. Zarek getting his revenge. But a very decisive round there. Well, not decisive. Legionnaires took that defense very easily. Virtual Secret getting good spread outs. Unable to find any real ground though against that solid defense. Look at those score trades at the moment. Joycey with 1 kill, Zarek with 2, Mahau with 1, Pero with 2. See if Virtual Secret can hold as capable a defense as we just saw Legionnaires. Yeah, look at me, I'm pressing all the right buttons and everything. So interestingly, it looks like both banned Subway, but in reality, it was actually Legionnaires chose not to ban anything, and Virtual Secret banned Subway. Now, Virtual Secret, I think, have an okay track record on Subway, but Legionnaires have a fantastic track record on Subway, so I can understand why they chose to ban it. Downfall, the most open map currently available in Onward. The biggest map currently available in Onward. Lots of open lanes available for sniping. Really requires, if you to push up, you really have to be able to move from building to building, rely on teammates to give covering fire and suppression fire, and know the layout of the enemy team. If you can understand what lines of cover the enemy team has, it gives you a lot more capability of pushing up. Defense on this map is arguably easier than attacking, because you have lots of windows if you look around the map. There's lots of windows to hide and lots of angles you can hold. Wow, we're going straight into round 2. Virtual Secret on defense now against Legionnaires. Legionnaires getting arguably a better spawn than Virtual Secret with the northwest spawn. Now, what this means is that they can push down and use all these buildings as cover, and they can also flank round. Interestingly, the recent changes to this map, I don't know if they were done on purpose or not, changes to the mid-hotel, as this building is known, means that it's very hard to get into without being taken down on your entry in.
watch out.
So it looks like Legionnaires are opting to not spread out as they push in. Excise on a tricky little angle here. Joyce on the window overwatching him. Rich also on a good position here. Good defense, good lineup. They've seemed to have understood where the enemy spawn is and they've reacted accordingly. Torvenator up in the dark room of the Marsok twins watching for a cross. This is a great... Rich getting the first pickup on Zarek. That's a tight angle. He must have Good call in from Rich there. Communication's so important in this game. Making sure you call out your kills. Call out enemy known positions. Rich's position made now though. Mahou looking for someone up on the valley where we saw Kagan taken last time. No one seems to be lasering Rich's position
Oh,
though.
I see him.
Sargmas has been made. Turning fire, but he's doing his job. Sargmas is creating a distraction, drawing his attention to them.
Alright.
Meanwhile, Excise's position, still getting great coverage on this road.
We lost Delta already.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Good communication here. Pero rocking the shield, which you rarely see on this map. Excise manages to get a hit on Pero, but Pero's still functioning and able to call out Exise's position. Grenade comes in. Oh, it's just off mark. It's floating between Pero and Kagan. 2 now zeroed in on Pero. Great play from Legionnaires. They're drawing the attention to Pero, but unfortunately they're not able to get any refrags as of yet.
Directly at him, there's one. There's one in the building. There's one in the building to my right. And then there's one.
Great intel coming out from Pero here. I'd really love to see plays like this. He's daring to return fire as well. He's got 2 lasers on him at least. He's daring to return fire. Kagan now putting out the smoke to help Pero push up, possibly help Kagan move out. Mahou and Mr. Sirius still putting out suppressing fire, looking for picks. Pero picks up Excise. Wow, with his pistol kill, Sargmas picks up Mahou. Mahou still a little res below. Sirius picks up Sargmas. Rich takes down Pero. It's all happening right now. It is a 3 versus 2 situation with a res available on each side. Sargmas unlikely to get resed in his position. Mahou, though, relatively safe. Kagan picks up Rich. This means the objective is relatively open.
Okay, I got one.
A short transition here. Sargmas, with Sargmas down, there's no cross watch on this Torvenator. Opting to hold his line. Looking for a flank. He should be falling back to the objective. Meanwhile, Mr. Sears picking up Mahou. Oh yeah, I forgot to pick up. Yeah, the overlay is currently showing GameFist because they have not supplied a new logo or a new name for the league yet. So for the casting deck, there is no option to show Virtual Secret. Kagan picks up Torvenator. Is now a 3 versus 1 situation with Joycey, the new pickup, the final defender. Will he have the wherewithal to actually push up on the objective? Kagan dropping his gun. He's going to pick up Joycey any second now. Kagan takes down Joycey. An initially great lineup defense from Virtual Secret, taking down Legionnaires, using that intel, using that shield to find out the enemy positions and then pick them the defenders off one by one by one by one. Great plays by Legionnaires there. 2-0. They take that defense, keep their momentum going. And I corrected the time scores. Get me! Some mistakes, I admit, but I'm getting better. Maybe? Question mark? I'm really not used to doing this. Anyway, Pero picking up 3 kills overall. 1 with that shield there, under fire from multiple directions, and he has the bravery and the tenacity and the accuracy to pick up a pistol kill on Excise, the team captain of Virtual Secret. Rich with 2 kills for Virtual Secret, Joycey with 1. It's not looking great for Virtual Secret at the moment. Pick up the game. Still have 2 rounds minimum to do it. Unless Legionnaires get a cap this time. Worth 2 points. So the idea of this game type is objective based. What you're looking for is a cap with 2 points. Now what we see that radar dish Marsok team, if they're able to get close enough, they can pull out the tablet, memorize a 7-digit code. Of course, they're defenseless while they do that, and they have to be within range. If they can get that code in, they get 2 points rather than 1. That's why we see so many defenders clustering around this. It's so important that they do not lose it. As we go into round 3, map 1. Legionnaires on defense. Similar objective to last time. This is on the skip
I wish I
objective,
brought smoke, I could smoke it.
and they're trying to figure out where Virtual Secret spawn is.
Okay, I'll go with you then, Aaron.
You're gonna go east with me?
I apologize about the background music, by the way. Reinstalled Onward and forgot to turn that off. See here now, Virtual Secret looking for early picks.
Two guys hotel.
They don't find it, but they do know 2 enemies have made it to mid-hotel. Meanwhile, Excise and Torvenator about to run into Zarek and Kagan. Excise picks up Zarek, he's not ready for Kagan. He picks up Kagan as well. What reactions? Excise getting 2 early picks. Pivotal, that means Legionnaires are down to 3 defenders, 2 which are out of position in mid-hotel. This means there's a very high cap potential. Joyce picks up Mr. Sirius in the middle mansion. Sorry, the middle hotel. Mahao now. One of 2 defenders left as Virtual Secret come out of the gate flying. Smoke's going out, giving away potential position. Mahao focused in. Pero picks up Joycey on the hill, but Joycey's still resible. Return fire going out on Pero's position. Mahao picks up Excise. Now a 3 versus 2 situation. Torvenator getting a flashbang out, expecting some kind of defense. Mahao still got that angle covered though. Torvenator isn't careful. Rich picks up Pero. That means there's 1 defender left.
I can't radio either.
Current radio bug means at the moment that you cannot radio in when you're down. It's unfortunate. You can shout loud enough, but Mahao, being the only other player left on Legionnaires, will not be able to hear it from that distance. Meanwhile, on the hill, we see Sargmas picks up Joycey, so it's a 4 versus 1 situation now as Torvenator trying to figure out where that defender is. Do they have an accurate kill count as well? Torvenator has no idea of Mahao's position. That little bit of shots from Mahao might have given it away. He runs out into the open. Torvenator chooses to take down Mahao rather than risk going for a cap. 4 versus 1, maybe they didn't know it was a 4 versus 1 situation. Virtual Secret taking a very, very impressive, aggressive round as Marsak leveling it out. Now it's 2-1 to Legionnaires, but still, now Virtual Secret have the defensive advantage. So a really impressive play from Virtual Secret there. Anyone who had watched the first 2 rounds might have been counting out Virtual Secret straight away. But what we actually saw then was an aggressive push right out of the gate. They were able to identify 2 going into middle hotel, and then managed to get 2 kills very early on with Excise aggressively coming around, picking up Kagan. And I believe Zarek as well. Sorry, Eric. You always forget that X in the front is not to be pronounced. Anyway, Excise getting 2 kills. As the team captain, it's so important to try and lead by example. Rich, a newcomer, this is his first competitive game and Joyce's first competitive game. 3 kills, 1 death. Impressive showing so far. Joycey, also 2 kills, his first showing in a competitive match. And I believe they've only each done 1 scrim as well. Legionnaires, some classic names there, Mahao, Kagan, Zarek. I apologize to Miss Sirius and Pero if I don't recognize your names, that I don't play in the American leagues. So it may be strangers to me, but my point is Legionnaires rocking 3 veterans, Virtual Secret rocking 2 brand new faces. And 3 people I wouldn't call veterans, but people who are not new to the game either. Definitely not so much a David versus Goliath, but Legionnaires I feel is more of a pedigree than Virtual Secret. So let's see what Virtual Secret can do. Legionnaires still showing the stronger face. Virtual Secret showing that they're not out yet. Interesting. Same objective. Legionnaires getting the danger close objective. The danger close spawn. And that same spawn they got before, but for a different objective. Zarek looking for early picks. Kagan takes down Joycey. Zarek takes down Rich, putting Virtual Secret down to 3 defenders immediately. Excise in the center hotel.
Watch out.
They got one.
I hate this fucking game.
Yeah, this gate changes everything. But fortunately for Legionnaires, there's no one in position by Virtual Secret to stop this push. Excise lays it in the corner. Sirius has not seen him. Excise has seen him, but hasn't been able to take the shot. Oh, this is so tense. He knows all these people are here. He can hear the voices, but he can't do anything about it yet. Kagan meters away from Excise. Pero in the open in front of him. Excise picks up Peril. Sirius does not realize how close Excise is and how much peril he is in. Kagan picks up Torvinator. Excise picks up Sirius. Doesn't double tap him though.
I'm down.
Excise has not double tapped Mr. Sirius. Grenade goes out to finish him off. I don't know where that was going, in fact. Okay, grenade just goes somewhere. Mayhow has no idea that Excise is there. Excise picks up Mr. Sirius. Takes down Kagan! Wow, Excise, a one-man army then. Taking down 3 of Legionnaires. Meanwhile, 1 virtual secret player remaining, and he's nowhere near the objective. Mayhow not realizing the objective is wide open. Sargmas comes in, takes down Mayhow. It's now a 1 versus 1 situation with the last Legionnaire player way out of position. But Sargmas cannot possibly know there's only 1 enemy attacker still remaining. He cannot know because his team leader traded and may have not been able to communicate any of those kills because of his location by the enemy. He might not have been able to tell any of those kills. So for all Sargmas knows, he might be against 4 people. Right now on the low and slow push to the objective. And I left the overlay up. I am so sorry, everyone. I knew it was going to happen at least once tonight. Zarek lays it in on the objective, and I am so sorry I left the overlay up. It only happens once tonight. Zarek picks up Sargmas. Sargmas sees Zarek. Nope. Zarek picking up Sargmas, not realizing maybe he was the final defender. They traded shots, but Legionnaires came out on top. 3-1 in Legionnaire's side. That easily could have gone to Virtual Secret then. It's looking dire for Virtual Secret. They'll be getting the attacking position as Marsok on a new objective. But it's going to be a hard attack for them because this will be the North objective. The North objective, arguably, is one of the easier defense if you can get someone into North Guard. North Guard is this building here to many. Means that you can quite comfortably cover this side of the objective. With it, no one really being able to threaten you because it's very tight angles. Meanwhile, the other approach from the south can be capped. This objective can be capped from inside the bottom of this building. And has a lot more cover on its approach. The Virtual Secret have their work cut out as they'll be going into round 5. With Legionnaires 1 point away from taking map 1, which was Virtual Secret's pick, by the way. Round 5 begins now. Virtual Secret 1 point away from losing map 1. Legionnaires 1 point away from taking map 1. Virtual Secret getting a spawn nowhere near the objective, but what it does allow is a very comfortable push through the south of the map, pushing north to the objective. See how comfortably you're able to get to North Guard with nobody in positions to attack that. Zarek pushing up. Well, Mr. Sirius, not really sure where he's going. They're putting 2 in North Guard, so they're putting a very, very strong North Guard defense. Where, ironically, that's where the attack seems to be coming from. Virtual Secret not opting to send most of the force through the south, instead sending many of them through to the north approach. The 3-2 split now by Virtual Secret. Almost like Legionnaires knew what play was going to happen here. Rich taking an interesting angle here. Now what he would be able to see from here is if any enemy went gun-ho and tried to push straight up the hill. That hasn't happened in this case, so you see Virtual Secret at the moment doing a nice spread looking for any overconfident attackers, but it looks like Legionnaires locking it in. 1 in the dark room, 1 on the top, 1 near the objective. So they've got, from the north approach, they've got so much overwatch of this objective. And only really one, maybe two from the south. Meanwhile, Virtual Secret's attack lineup more confident in the north. But the south push now reached Middle Hotel. So far, it does not seem Legionnaires have spotted any of these approaches. No gunshots have rung out. Excise and Torvenade are pushing to Middle Hotel. Pero upstairs on the market objective. Interestingly, no one downstairs, so... Where's the last player? I cannot find. There's one player missing that I cannot identify for Legionnaires. I'm sure he'll make himself known when he shoots. Anyway, now Rich putting out some suppression fire. Mahao returning that suppression fire. Maybe trying to draw attention. Ah, there's Kagan. That's where he is. Sneaky position. Does he know Excise is here? Does Excise know he's here? Tailvenator checking mid-hotel. Flashing a preemptive flash to look. Nobody to be found. Mahao still putting bullets out, trying to find out. He must have seen Rich. Didn't manage to pick up the kill, though. Excise and Kagan. Torvenator now in the open. Pero picking up Sagmas with a sniper shot.
-1.
Kagan picking up Torvenator.
-1.
He sees Excise. Doesn't manage to land the kill. Excise returning fire. Kagan getting down. There's 5 still up. Virtual Secret down to 3. Flash comes out. It's a great flash. Kagan comes up. Finishes off Excise. Now it's down to the 2 new pickups by Virtual Secret to try and turn this around with a 5 versus 2 situation. Joyce putting great suppression, but it's giving himself away. Rich also putting great suppression out, but it's giving him away. Do they not realize that the only 2 left, and then they're drawing attention to themselves? Zarek in a comfortable spot. He may not actually get to see anyone this map. Joycey picks up Pero. What a shot! Taking him off above the objective. I don't even think that was an aimed shot. He's just suppressing that way out. Mahao picks up Rich. It's all down to Joycey now.
That sounds like it's come from North Hotel.
Eric calling out the position. Do they know it's a 4 versus 1 situation? And just Joycey realized he's only got a minute left on the clock. Joycey repositioning. At the moment, only Mahao looking for him. The rest of his team have locked down the objective and locked down the approaches. I cannot see how Joycey will make this run. In his head, I'm sure he's shouting, the Force is one with me, I'm one with the Force, the Force is one with me, I'm one with the Force, the Force is one with me, I'm one with the Force, and it's working. But Zarek's going to pick him up as he runs across. Zarek doesn't see him. Repositions to the window, he's going to take him down as Joycey goes in for the cap. Zarek picks him up. Mahao and Mr. Serious both in position to stop him though, and Legionnaires take a map 1 confidently against Virtual Secret. Virtual Secret put up a good fight. Legionnaires showing their experience, showing their capability. Taking map 1. 4 points to 1. Virtual Secret showed some promise though. Let's not count them out yet. There's still 2 maps to go. So looking at the kill spread. With Excise on 5 kills, Sagmas and Torvenator on 1 apiece, Joycey on 3, Rich on 3. Good for them, their opening game, to plant some kills and some confident kills on there. Zarek with 5, Kagan with 8, Mahao with 3, Mr. Serious with 1, and Pero with 4. So, an all over the place kind of kill spread. Obviously, Legionnaires having slightly more kills than Virtual Secret. That is to be expected, they took the map. Solid defenses by Legionnaires. Virtual Secret was a bit more fluid, a bit more dynamic in their defenses. Didn't really work out for them. I don't believe Virtual Secret actually held a defensive round. But they put up a good fight. We go into map 2. Which is Quarantine. Now, what do people call this map now? Quarantine? Quarantine 2? Quarantine 1? I don't even know anymore. So, Quarantine. The new Quarantine. Lots of angles still being learnt. Lots of plays still being learnt. New timings. New objective location. Spawns slightly. It's exciting. I really look forward to whenever I play Quarantine now. Yes, I miss the old Quarantine, but the new Quarantine just offers that taste of freshness, whereas the other maps have changed slightly. Quarantine has had a pretty much complete makeover. So for any new players on the Quest, or even on the PC, Quarantine that you know is not the Quarantine that I've known for years. And that's a good thing. I like it when they change things up, change the meta, change the playstyle. Most people I know, who even the most experienced, after playing the new Quarantine map for a while, are actually quite enjoying it. What's really interesting is that teams that were fantastic on Quarantine, the original Quarantine, may not be so fantastic on the new Quarantine as they're still learning the new angles. So what this means is that for newer teams and for teams who are more active, we're able to lock down this newer map faster maybe than the veterans who are locked in their own ways and maybe haven't had the time to update their map knowledge. So I'm hoping we can see this map shake up the meta, shake up the dynamics of the teams who play on here. What better example than seeing Virtual Secret with newer newer team players, newer players, the first times on this on this virtual stage, playing in real games for the VRML League against Legionnaires, a more bloodied team, less newer players who would have been more used to the original Quarantine. What better example of new versus old to see? Interesting in Quarantine, the original Quarantine was one of the more balanced maps as well, and I still feel like this has kept its balance. If anything, I feel like it's given Marsoc more pushing angles to get to the objectives, but also given the defenders more places to defend from, so I still feel like it's probably the best balanced map in the game. As we go into round 1, map 2, Virtual Secret on defense, Legionnaires on offense. The Virtual Secret have the hospital objective, which can be very hard to stop from a cap. You have to stop the enemy from getting anywhere near it because there's so many different places you can cap. You can cap from on the objective, or you can cap from the other side of the wall. Legionnaires getting the north spawn, taking the roof, looking for picks. Nobody opting to go on the hospital roof, the objective roof. Pero still rocking the shield, and I love that. I love seeing shields being used on open maps like this because it adds tactical slice to the game that wouldn't necessarily be there. But what it does mean is that Pero's also using a stun gun. So he has one shot, and then he's out. He's got to make that shot count. What it does mean, though, if he stuns that person, he can potentially hack the tablet and find out all of the defenders' positions. So looking at the offensive spread here, we can see that 2 are on the roof, with Pero, ironically, on the roof, a sniper position, just looking for those picks. Meanwhile, we've got Zarek and Kagan, pushing through the west. Mr. Serious just looking for any picks or any information he can from the hill. Rich finds Mr. Serious, though, in a very cheeky defensive spot in Burning on the stairs. Torvenator watching for a south push. That does mean they'll have some intel on where the enemy are. Virtual Secret's defensive line moving around quite a lot. Still don't have a solid idea of where the enemy is. They know that Rich got a kill in the north, but I'm not sure that they're confident that's where the rest of the enemy team are. Joycey in the gas station, very out of position for this objective. If they get an aggressive push through the south, or through the east, Joycey will find it hard pressed to get back to the objective in time. Meanwhile, Kagan pushing further from the west, may running into Joycey soon. Perao and Mahao giving up the roof position to try and make some progress through the middle of the map. Zarek further back from Kagan's position, but going to be following up soon. So the next engagement will either be between Rich and Mahao and Pero, or between Kagan and Joycey. Kagan zeroed in looking for him. Joycey, bit antsy, looking for a pick. Looking for the enemy, no idea where he is. Kagan, no idea Joycey's there. Joycey finds Kagan but misses the opening shot.
Water and gas station.
Kagan able to reposition. Meanwhile, Pero and Mahau coming in on Rich's position.
Shield coming up towards me.
Rich knows he's been made. Zarek picks up Rich from the fuselage. A great pickup from Arik. Pero not finishing off Rich yet though.
You're lucky I got a shield.
Is he gonna... Oh, he knifed him. I thought he was gonna hack him. That's a shame. I assumed
This
he had a
guy right
hacking
here?
tool with him.
Where?
So 4 versus 4 now.
Or right here.
Mayhow looking for the
Can you
gas
cover
station
me?
pickup. That intel coming from earlier. Really good to see teammates using intel. Kagan picking up Joycey, leaving
Transmission is
Virtual
down.
Secrets now with 3 defenders. As Legionnaires push from the west and the central areas.
Very close to objective.
What it does mean for Virtual Secret though is if they can understand where the attack is coming from, they can set up the defense accordingly. Xi sees Pero unable to take him down before he puts his shield back up. Sagmas taking down Kagan. Pero returning fire on the gun he stole from Rich's dead body.
There's 2 left, by the way.
Smoke from Pero. Torvenator picking up Pero as he transitions into the ambulance. So now 2 defenders left. Versus 2 attackers. Sagmas moving around a little bit too much. Zarek now and Mahau mushing on the objective. They have no idea. The defenders are not in position to stop this. And the uplink set at record speed by Mayhow. The defenders, 2 versus 2, were doing a great defense, but they opened that objective up and did not realize that it was completely open from the outside. The Legionnaires go up 2-0 against Virtual Secret. Great opening round there. It looked like the defenders might have been able to hold. But in the end, Legionnaires to take it. Legionnaires able to push forward on the objective, capitalizing on the kills, capitalizing on the defensive mistake that Virtual Secret had made. Maybe they thought they had more kills. I mean, it was a very risky move to push the objective, but it paid off with dividends. Virtual Secret will be kicking themselves for leaving the objective so open. For having both defenders inside the building and not having any transition outside to cover it. When Xi's repositioned from here or died at the objective wall, the correct thing for Virtual Secret to do would have been to reposition one of the players, but in the heat of battle, it's hard to know that. It's hard to keep that in your head, that there's a hole in your defense. That's where experience really comes into play. Legionnaires have that in buckets. So just a reminder, this is the Division 3 tournament bracket. Both teams with 1 win and 1 loss, I believe. I could be completely wrong about that, and if I am, please forgive me. We go into round 2, map 2, Legionnaires versus Virtual Secret. Legionnaires versus Virtual Secret. I need to work on my casting voice. Also to note, I'm quite ill at the moment. I shouldn't really be doing this.
Yeah, I will be right here. I'll fix it.
Okay. Virtual Secret getting the same spawn as Legionnaires did. There is the potential here for Sagmath to get a pick if any of Legionnaires try and transition into the south, which they do. Sagmath misses the pickup though and gives away the spawn location. Rich and Torvenator now doing a east push. An east push, sorry. Sagmath holding at the back. Xi is the team captain, opting to go alone to the west. Meanwhile, on the defensive makeup, you can see that Kagan picks up Rich in the east. Torvenator possibly able to get a refrag in a moment or two if Kagan drops his guard. A very tight angle from Kagan here. Great angle. He may be able to pick up Torvenator. No, Torvenator decides to not take the same position that his dead teammate did. Meanwhile, the rest of the defenders tucked in, looking for any enemy approaches, not realizing that the center completely unapproached. Like Virtual Secret opting to go strong east to strong west. Meanwhile, Torvenator looking for Kagan. I picked the wrong one. Torvenator looking for Kagan, not realizing Kagan's gone downstairs. Wow, great reposition for Kagan. But Torvenator's making too much noise here. Pero sniping Joycey. Pero then a capable sniper, it would seem. Only downs Joycey. Torvenator has positioned. Go for the objective. And what they don't realize, what Legionnaires have no idea about, is that the objective is wide open from Torvenator's approach. If Torvenator had the God's eye view that I have, he would know. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, everyone. Mahao picks up Sagmas. Anyway, the objective is wide open. You didn't miss anything. You missed some okay kills, but Torvenator here now on the objective. Or capable of being on the objective. Legionnaires have no idea that the objective is wide open for the cap. I promise I will get better at this overlay business. Again, this is my first time doing this in many years. Torvenator slowly transitioned, but Kagan's gonna spot him. So unlucky for Torvenator. He'd been open for so long. As he makes the approach, it's when Kagan actually finally repositions and covers that approach. Mr. Serious now is going to pick up Excise. Straight into his shot. Excise down. Virtual Secret go down 3-0 to Legionnaires. Legionnaires defense holding tight. So, just to recap, you didn't miss much apart from some transitions being killed. I did call out a lot of things happening, but I was just trying to jazz it up. Honestly, I didn't do that bad a job by not leaving the overlay up. Honest, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. Legionnaires now 3-0 up. Cap and a defensive round in their favor. Virtual Secret have to hold this defense, otherwise they will lose map 2 and they will lose the series. Again, we're seeing moments of brilliance from Virtual Secret. But Legionnaires, knowing their business, having played this game for much longer, and having more skills and more tricks in their bag, and obviously, arguably better team play. I have to feel for Torvenator though. If he'd had the confidence to get up and run across that road 30 seconds, a minute earlier, 10 seconds earlier, he would have been so easily made a hero by getting a cap. Kagan, sixth sense kicking in, repositioning exactly when he needed to. The rest of Legionnaires' defense had it quite easy, just tucked in the building, not realizing the objective was wide open, and the flank defenders doing most of the work. As we go into round 3, now it's easy to forget it's round 3 when it's 3-0. Virtual Secret now on the tank objective. Holding the line now. They have to hold the line, otherwise they lose the series. Legionnaires with a west spawn.
You guys can go left or center. I'm gonna switch the hit.
Yeah, they're not crossing. They're not
so
trying
far.
to get shot.
No crossing so far.
Legionnaires looking for anyone crossing so far. No one from Virtual Secret making that mistake. Excise getting very brave, pushing out Sagmas on the flank. Great angle from Sagmas, picking up
Where?
Zarek. South pretty much completely defenseless. We can see that Mayhow and Pero, questionable angle here. One attack could take them both out. It's not often you see two players that close to each other, just because spacing is so important in a milsim game like this. One grenade, 2 shots, that's 2 kills. So we can see that Legionnaires 2 on the south roof. Hagan in the middle, looking for Sargmas. They heard shots from the north. They know he's there, and he's done a great job. He's picked up 1 kill, and he's forced Legionnaires to be aware of him. They'll have to look for him and have to clear him out before they make any more progress. Still, 2 Legionnaires sitting on hospital roof, looking for Sargmas. No idea where he is. Sargmas able to cover the north now, and the south. Now, what it does mean for Sargmas is that his south is unprotected, so if anyone does push up south, they will be able to shoot him in the back. Now he's defending himself from the back, but it's that position. Now that he's looking south, he's completely unguarded to the north. Either way, he's forcing Legionnaires to have to deal with him before they make any more progress. Legionnaires now having a player, Pero, pushing up, not rocking a shield this time. Rocking a sniper rifle. He gets seen by Sargmas. Sargmas unable to get the kill. Pero has no idea where he is, though. His position's been called out. Joycey looking for that transition. Doesn't find him. Kagan on... Oh, where was Kagan? I see. A transition through the center of the road. Picked him up. Pero now. Danger close with Joycey. Comes around. It's a trade. Joycey Resible is a 3 versus 3 situation, but if someone can push out and get Joycey, it'll be a 4 versus 3 for the defenders. Xi is now pushing out, confident in the center. Kagan picks him up. As Xi overextends. Now a 2 versus 3 situation for Legionnaires. They need to get that pickup. It's so important for them to level it back out. Torvenator pushing in for the pickup. So Mr. Sirius on the plane wing with 2 minutes left. He's going to be way out of position as time runs out. Kagan near the objective. Not close enough to put a cap, but close enough to put smokes and put the defenders under pressure, which may open them up for pickoffs. Flashbangs going out. Defensive flashbangs to hold back any potential cap. I love that Legionnaires are trying to bait this out, though. In the south, we have Mayhow on the roof with a minute 30. In the north, we have Mr. Sirius. And in the center, we have Kagan. He sees Rich, he picks up Rich. Kagan on a flyer now, having killed Xeyes and Rich. 2 defenders left. This is going to force rotations. Joycey now taking up Rich's position. Looking for that cap. Gets taken down by Mr. Sirius, and it really opens up things now for Torvenator picking up Kagan.
Still 1 left.
So the final defender does not realize he's the final defender as he calls out the kills. Mayhow going to pick up Torvenator through the window. And that's it. Legionnaires take map 2 and the series. Virtual Secret playing well, but Legionnaires is playing that little bit better. Those angles they were holding just a little bit tighter, not overextending with the defense. Their attacks picking off the defenders 1 by 1. Great rotations by Virtual Secret, but in the end, Legionnaires wins the day. As we transition quickly in map 3. Map 3 being Bizarre. Legionnaires, having won the series, can take it a little bit easy now, but every point matters. Especially if they've already lost a match in Division 3 tournament. They need every last point they can to try and qualify for that second coveted spot. Face off against whoever wins the Division 3 Swiss ladder. Face them in the final for the Division 3 title. Legionnaires showing complete dominance so far. Virtual Secret only able to put 1 point on the board compared to Legionnaires 8. It's not going to be doing great things for Virtual Secret's morale. See if they can pick it back up on map 3. Virtual Secret versus Legionnaires. Well, how was that one? Pero, what I love to see is that you often see this. I've noticed it on multiple teams. You've got Viper on boss fight who rocks the shield. You've got rocks the shield, but also rocks the sniper rifle. Famous for sniping. We have Pero here sniping and shield work as well. We have on Globochem Mike Crook, who rocks the shield on smaller maps, but the sniper rifle on big maps. It's really interesting to see that oftentimes you see the sniper is also the shield guy on smaller maps. It's almost like being a sniper just shows that you're versatile at your gear loadouts. In fact, I'm finding it hard pressed to think of a single sniper who doesn't rock shield on smaller maps, because I can't think of any other snipers, but you know, there must be some. So Legionnaires opening up with the hardest objective to cover. This one can be capped from so many angles. It can be capped from downstairs to the right, it comes from downstairs to the left. It can be capped from above on both sides of the building. So if the enemy are able to get into this center area near the objective, stopping a cap is incredibly hard, especially if you're the last defender. It's hard, and depending on who you're against, almost impossible. Virtual Secret. Keyed positions here. Opting for a heavy south push. 5-man south push. Sargmas. Mahau on an aggressive push on the flank. He's going to pick up Sargmas. Overnader hears him, but Mahau ducks down behind a wall. Overnader opting for C4 now, near to Overnader. Flashbang goes off, doesn't find anyone. Mr. Sirius able to transition to the north in the open, and Mr. Joyce misses all the shots. Hero now looking for Excise.
Got one trying to go around the back.
Sees Excise, takes him down with his SVD.
-1.
Rich and Mr. Sirius trade.
I'm being
Mr.
suppressed.
Sirius
What's
is
that?
resible. That leaves just 2 Virtual Secret players now against 4 active Legionnaires. Mayhow picks up Torvenator, leaving it again in this new player's hands. As he decides to use an MP5? I mean, sorry, as he decides to use an MP5. I don't know why you would use an MP5. I guess it's just not my cup of tea. Joycey pre-firing some angles. Zarek possibly looking to go for a very risky res on Mr. Sirius. Joycey transitions close to the objective. Doesn't realize he has Malhau on his 6. Zarek picking up Mr. Sirius now. It's now 5 versus 1. The Joycey again finds himself against the entirety of Legionnaires. Searching for him. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am saying for Joycey to pull this out of the bag would have to be a damn miracle as Pero comes in behind him. It's a trade. This time Pero will not be rezzed, but Joycey being the remaining man. Doesn't matter. As Legionnaires take round 1, map 3. They've already won the series. Still to play for. Those points matter so much in the end. Virtual Secret getting picked off on their approach. Initially, that strong south push showed promise, but Mayhow pushing up, taking out Excise so early on. Changed the dynamic straight away, then Rich trading in the east. Torvenator and Sargmas getting stalled and killed as well. Legionnaires defense deflected, reacted exactly as it needed to shut down that south push. The moment it was identified, saw some good transitions, good rotations, shutting down all over Virtual Secret's attack. Bazaar is one of my favorite maps in this game by far. It has a lot of CQB potentials and it also allows for people to rock snipers. And Only Viper. So Pero rocking an SVD. Lots of CQB, close quarter combat potential, but also the variability for medium to long range firefights as well. We go into round 2, map 3. Legionnaires now on the attack against Virtual Secret. And Pero knifes Zarek?
Wait, give up,
What's-
give up, give up.
They obviously have some kind of technical difficulty. And Legionnaires almost not killing themselves in time though. Virtual Secret get a victory. Doesn't count. Victory all the same. Guessing Legionnaires maybe had some audio issue, or one of the players didn't log in properly, or maybe couldn't reload properly. There's quite a few unfortunate bugs at the moment. But the ability to restart the round is so important. So Virtual Secret, to anyone who's just tuned in, used to be known as Game Fist. Changed the name. Some new members as well, but unfortunately did not have the new logo to upload. Just pretend it says Virtual Secret and not Game Fist. Legionnaires have already taken the series 4-1, 4-0, downfall and quarantine accordingly, with a great cap on quarantine. Let's see if they can make it a 4-0 on Bazaar, or a 4-1, or our Virtual Secret had enough. Have they had enough, and are they going to turn it around on this last map? But the work cut out for them, as they have arguably the hardest objective to defend. The key here is rotating, holding those angles. If you identify that the enemy is in the east or in the west, it's about locking down those approaches, rotating accordingly, and making sure that a mass drive, as we saw from Virtual Secret, gets shut down by a mass counterattack from the defenders. And of course, if the attackers send flankers, then you have to be able to deal with them as well. So, I'm not completely right with a mass counterattack, but the point is, you have to be solely aware of the attack approach. If you get overrun from one direction, that means the cap is wide open from either direction. As we restart round 2, map 3, Virtual Secret versus Legionnaires. Slowly I push towards Legion. Find out if they're all good. They seem all good. We have 5 players in the game, and they don't seem to be team killing each other this time.
360 no scope. Lunch. Oh, Discord.
Pero, don't bring the sniper rifle.
They are not happy with Zarek bringing the sniper rifle. Sorry, with Hera bringing the sniper rifle. But he managed to pick up 2 kills. Can't really complain too badly. Look for the north area. Joycey and Torvenator holding the north. Suppression fire coming out from Pero. Not Pero, he has a sniper rifle. The Cayman. Suppression fire into the center just to hold players down. Rich, meanwhile, heading on a flank. But is it going to be an aggressive flank, or is he just holding out that angle? Joycey picked up by Mr. Serious. This west push looking very successful for Legionnaires right now. Torvenator taken down. That's all of the west defenders, leaving the objective very open now with Sarglass. The only defender who can do anything about it. Rich no rotating time. Excise not rotating time. Sarglass managed to take down Mayhow. No refrag inbound. Pero, Zarek, Mr. Serious all pushing now on the objective. Mr. Pero now capping. And no one is... Excise not transitioning in. It's going to be a cap for Legionnaires. It's a cap 3-0 now for Legionnaires as Virtual Secret failed to come back and defend the objective. Again, knowing what's going on, so important. I left the overlay up again, didn't I? Damn it. I will get better at this, I promise. Listen, even the veterans, the hardened veterans who've been doing this for years, will leave the overlay up once every so often, so... That's no excuse, though. I apologize profusely. Anyway, Legionnaires taking another cap. 2 caps, 2 maps. Legionnaires. Virtual Secret not responding in time, not realizing there's a giant hole in the defense, not appreciating that the attack was coming from the west. Neither Excise or Rich repositioned to help defend that push. Virtual Secret morale has to be in the dumps right now. 3-0 on the third map, having lost the first 2 maps, 4-1 and 4-0 accordingly. Now 3-0 down on Bazaar. Initially Sargmas looking like he might be able to hold the line for a little bit, buy time for his teammates to fall back in, but they did not come back as we go into round 3, map 3, division 3, week 3. Onward Hiatus tournament. Onward VRML Hiatus tournament. Now this is one of my favorite objectives to both attack and defend, because the approaches can be so aggressive or so slow, and the defense can be so dynamic on this objective. You tend to see most defenders take quite static positions, but there's the opportunity there to do magical things. The Sargmas gets an initial pickup on Zarek. Fantastic. Just keeps on firing. Meanwhile, Kagan and Mr. Sirius taking the Kiot in the north. Torvenator taking down Mr. Sirius with what sounded like M16 A4 shots, and it was Kagan now. Aware that his teammate's been killed. Sargmas pushing aggressively. Meanwhile, Rich and Excise pushing through the south. Arrow looking for Mr. Sirius, for Sargmas. Smoke comes out. Pero taken down by Sargmas now. Kagan looks for Pero, doesn't see him. Crossfire coming in from Torvenator. Kagan surrounded, doesn't know which way to respond to. 2 defenders left now, as Mayhow is the only defender looking towards Rich. And Excise. Mayhow finds Rich, takes him down. Excise not in a position to get a refrag though.
One down here.
I did it again. Kagan takes down Joycey in the north. Confirming him. Torvenator looking for a refrag. Kagan taken out by Sargmas, who's on fire right now. You'll have to take my word for it, because I'm so inept. Turning off the overlay. Didn't know that. Meanwhile, Mayhow, as the final defender, transitions back to the objective and manages to do it even with Excise very close to his position. Excise has no idea that he's facing nobody on that defense. Mayhow now. Sole defender. Legionnaires are still 3-0 up, so they can afford to drop 1 round. As long as it's not a cap. Even with a cap, they'll still be in the lead 3-2. Utility coming out from Sargmas. Flashbang. Doesn't find anyone. Nobody pushes up. Meanwhile, Excise. Still not realizing that Mayhow, the person who killed Rich, has transferred over to the defense and the objective. With 2 minutes and 30 left on the clock. Virtual Secret have time. Push in. Excise. So convinced there must be an enemy here. You missed some amazing camera work, by the way, while the overlay was up. Amazing camera. Possibly the best you've ever seen. Except you didn't see it. I'm obviously teasing Mayhow taking out Sargmas. Putting to a 2 versus 1 advantage in Virtual Secret's corner. Mayhow, second kill of the round. You know, the kill spread while we wait. Fairly even spread on Legionnaires. Meanwhile, on Virtual Secret, Sargmas, the hero, 5 kills to the rest of his teammates, 1 kill apiece. Mayhow now looking for Torvenator. Torvenator opening with a flash. Excise not in a position to do anything about Torvinator's push with 1 minute 30 left on the clock. They are aggressively pushing out now. Torvinator finds him, keeping Virtual Secret in the map. Not in the game, they've already lost the series, but they are in the map still. They need to take a point for morale. It's so important. When you walk out of a match and you've lost it, you can walk out with your head held high. It's so important. Future morale. Virtual Secret putting a point on the board. Legionnaires run a 7-point run. Wow. At least a 7-point run. Probably even greater than that. 9-point run? Was it a 9-point run until that point? Wow. Anyway, Virtual Secret putting a stop to that run. Getting that much needed point up on the board. That gives them the defensive advantage on the same objective, granted. Keeps Virtual Secret in the map. Because they managed to hold the line. By the way, if you're noticing the silences, it's because I desperately need honey and lemon that I'm drinking for my bad throat. Why did I choose to do my very first solo cast tonight while I'm ill, forgetful, and have a bad throat? Nobody will ever know. No, I don't even know either. I don't have any opinion on that. Does anyone actually know if this says citizen? Whatever language that is. I'd love to know. Anyone actually does know? Please. Whisper me at some point. Tell me that actually says what I think it does. As we go into round 4, map 3, Legionnaires versus Virtual Secret.
I watch my crossing. Okay, try to watch the crossing. I'm gonna see if they're crossing Hiatus.
So Legionnaires not having quite as good spawn as Virtual Secret. It means it'll take them longer to get the objective, but they have plenty of time to do so as they open up, suppressing fire. The defensive lineup of Virtual Secret, fairly par for the course, overly aggressive moves. They do only seem to have 4 players that I can identify, though. Oh, Excise is hidden. Okay, I take it back. Excise taking a interesting defensive position, I believe. Maybe Zarek has made him. Seems to have his laser trained in Excise's position. Excise peeks, Excise dies. Meanwhile, we have 2 Legionnaires in the north. Kagan for an aggressive push down the street. Zarek really has his lasered in. I wonder if he initially saw Excise make this push. Rich holding a tight angle behind this tree. A new meta spot, by the way. This didn't used to be that popular pre 1.8. Sogmas holding tight corner. Pero. Sogmas destined to face off. Mere seconds at this rate. Sogmas talks at the wrong time, but Pero picks him up. Fate working against Sogmas. Opening up that defensive line massively. Pero now for Rich. Sees Rich! Wait, what is he shooting at? Maybe he must have seen the... Yeah, he saw the corner of Rich. Saw the gun poking out. Didn't get the shot. Size now on the other side of Rich, leaving the objective. Wide. Well, the approach to the objective from the east wide open as 2 of Legionnaires transition, taking down Excise, leaving in Torvinator in Joyce's hands. Pero picking up Joycey. The objective is wide open. Torvinator picks up 1. Mr. Sears picks up, gets the refrag, and Legionnaires take it 4-1 as Legionnaires attack destroys Virtual Secret's defense, picking them off one after the other. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Legionnaires take it confidently. 4 points on every map. Virtual Secret only able to put 2 points up on the board. Virtual Secret will be sore after that loss. But Legionnaires, this will be buoying them up, prepping them for the next fight ahead, prepping them for the potential to get into the division final. Virtual Secret. Morale will be low, but this is a relatively new team, and you have to remember that Joycey and Rich, these are brand new players. These are brand new players. Pickups in the last week, I believe, and this is the first time in a competitive match, and I believe they've only done 1 scrim until this point. So, considering that, they played fantastically. Both great pickups in my opinion, and hold great potential for the future. As long as Virtual Secret can keep it together, learn from the mistakes, and move forward. Legionnaires, devastating Virtual Secret. Legionnaires, I would say, would have been my on paper would have been my favorite to win Division 3. Will they hold up to that promise? We shall see. Anyway, I apologize for leaving the overlay up so many times. This is my first time solo casting. I am inept in many, many ways. If you ask my wife, the Lonely Viper, he will agree with you. Anyway, thank you for watching. Keep watching. There'll be more games cast over the weekend for this Onward Hiatus tournament as we await the restart of the league. Hopefully, a few more patches buoying up 1.8, or, well, we'll see. Who knows? But in the meantime, enjoy Onward, enjoy watching it, enjoy playing it, and thank you for watching tonight. Good night, everybody.